Hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi, I'm teacher Oakley. And for the next hour here on Verbling, we are going to practice using our English to respond to bad news and or complaints. And the proper way to go about doing that. We'll also do a little bit of brainstorming along the way and just talking about bad news and complaints in general. All right. Welcome to the class. Hello, Mustafa. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm very exciting. Your class ages.
Wait, you're very exciting, or you're very excited?
I'm excited.
Ah, there you go. All right. Right. The situation is exciting, or something external is exciting. Some other person can be exciting, but when you talk about yourself, I'm excited. Yes. Have you been
Right
busy?
away.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Actually, like I renew my subscription on Veriflink, so
Mm.
I thought of my Visa card again, and I
Ah,
renew my subscription. So that's why I delayed about maybe 1 week, something like
okay.
that.
All right. Well, good to
Yeah.
see you again. Welcome back. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. And also welcome Anna. Hi, Anna. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. Nice to see you again.
Okay. Good to see you as always. Okay. All right. We're gonna focus on bad news. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a screen share. Use that a little bit to get us started talking about this. And okay. All right, I have some bad news. First of all, okay, but actually before we do that, I want to ask you guys something because I'm curious. It's a very normal action, I guess, when somebody gives bad news. It's very normal in English to say, well, I have some good news and some bad news. Which do you want to hear first? uh, Mustafa, do people do that in your culture? Is that a normal thing, or does that sound weird?
No, it's not sound weird. Actually, it's I have heard some people say this maybe before,
Okay.
and yeah, and actually maybe the bad news. It would be better to hear the bad news first for me,
Is that
at
your
least.
opinion? Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't know. I'm actually asking this question because I really don't know if this is a Western culture thing, an English culture thing, or just everywhere people do this. I have no idea. That's what I'm interested in finding out. Anna, how about in Spain? Do people do that? I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Yes, maybe sometimes, but normally we said I have good news. Bad news sometimes is more common to share with only with family.
Okay, I see. Okay. All right. So if I say to you, I have bad news and good news, which do you want to hear first? Which do you want to hear first, Anna?
I prefer knowing bad news.
First? Okay.
In this way, I feel more quietly, maybe, and then in good news.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We've had some others join us, so I'm going to continue my little survey before we get to actual phrases and sentences and silly expressions that we use to answer to bad news or complaints, which is the focus of the class. Before we go do that, I'm just taking a little survey. Vincenzo.
Hi, teacher. How are you? Good morning.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Okay, great. And okay, in your country, do people say, I have bad news and good news. Which do you want first? Is that common? A common way to present news
Yes,
information?
it is.
It
Yes,
is.
it could be. It
Okay.
could be a common way to present news. And yes, as Anna said, I prefer to hear first bad news. Yes, then
Okay.
then good news.
All right.
Yes,
Well, so far it's unanimous. So far, people say that everywhere in the world, and
yes,
everybody
because
wants
yes,
the
because I think because we are afraid of bad news. So
bad.
that's the most important than good news. Because good news is very simple, no? It's a good news. There is no problem. But the problem is with bad news that we want to know first. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me talk to Anna with two N's. Hi, Anna.
Good morning, Oakley. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Anna, where are you from again? I'm sorry.
From Russia.
Okay. Right. All right. Okay, Anna. Do people say, would you like the bad news or the good news first? Is this a common expression?
Yeah, that's usually how it happens. Yeah, do you want to hear
Okay.
a bad news first or a good news?
Okay. And which do you prefer?
Of course, the bad news. So
Yeah.
it'll be comforting to hear the good news after.
All right. Okay. It'll be comforting to hear the good news after you have the shock of the bad news. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's better be there, because sometimes it's just the way to, well,
Yeah. Sometimes
well,
actually,
you know,
actually there is no good
like
news.
there isn't a good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hello, dog.
Oh, excuse me, teacher.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where that was coming from.
Excuse me,
All right.
teacher.
It's okay. No problem. Sasha. Well, hey, long time no see. How are you doing?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Okay. So we already heard from Anna that it's pretty common in your culture to have good news, bad news presented in that way. Which do you prefer? The good news or the bad news? Which do you want first?
First, of course, it's a bad news because
It's
good
unanimous.
news later they will take the edge off.
Oh, good. Good expression. We'll take the edge off.
I
All
said
right.
it yeah, so for special. So,
Yeah.
so everybody sorry, here.
Yeah, good. Okay. And actually, this is a very useful phrase for our class today because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about saying things, answering bad news or complaints in order to take the edge off, trying to say something in a polite way or say something actually polite to make the person feel a little better about it or make it not so sharp and painful. Yeah. Okay, there's this connotation in English that, really bad news. Okay, oh, my wife's leaving me. It cut me to the bone. All right, we have these idioms. Something cuts you to the bone. It hurts you very sharply, very deeply. Cut me, him, whatever pronoun. To the bone. All right. There's this definite idea in English that something is it hurts you very deeply, that it's sharp. Yeah. Okay. So very useful. Thank you. And also let me say hello to Sam. Hi, Sam. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, so far everyone's been completely unanimous, so you're the only one left in my survey. All right, do people in your culture, Pakistan, do they ever express good news, bad news like that in that way. I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first? Or which do you want to hear, the good news or the bad news? This is very common in English-speaking culture. How about in your culture? Is that normal?
Yes.
It is.
I think it's
Okay,
same.
well,
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah.
I guess it's universal then. All right. See, I didn't know. I really didn't know. And all right, to complete my little survey, which do you prefer, the bad news or the good news? First.
Yes, I think I would prefer good news first.
First? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
It's
don't
not
want
unanimous.
to bad.
Okay. Everybody else said they want to hear the bad news first, and then the good news.
No.
Okay. I was beginning to wonder why we say this. If everyone wants to hear the bad news first, why do people even say this? Okay, so I guess it's not completely unanimous. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for indulging me in my little questionnaire there. I really didn't know what everyone was going to say. That's why I did that. Okay, I have some bad news. Okay. Mustafa, I'm tired. Would you mind reading this for me? And then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Okay. Bad news. What to do? What do we do when someone complains to us or tell us bad news? A lot of people try to say something nice to the person, or we often try to comfort the person. There are many ways to respond to bad news. If the bad news is not very serious, we can try to make we can try to make the person feel happier by focusing on positive things. Here are some examples of response to bad news that is not very serious. Example, lost phone or extra.
Well, etc. Yeah.
Etc.
Okay. I want to draw your attention to this verb up here, to comfort. This is a little bit of an exception in English, this one verb here. Comfort. It's an exception because normally two-syllable or two-vowel sound verbs really, most of the time, I don't know, 96, 98% of the time, usually the stressed syllable is the second syllable, which is what you did. You did what is normal, and really what you should do if you have no idea. However, this is a little bit of an exception because we say comfort, and the second syllable is definitely an unstressed vowel sound and an unstressed syllable. You try to comfort a person. Okay, a little bit of an exception.
I have made this mistake before, and then you correct me, I think, and
I did?
correct me. And,
okay.
And then I made it. Sorry. And,
it's okay. It's okay. You know, it helps me teach everybody in the class. Your mistakes help everyone. Okay. All right. All right. Now, here we go. Here's some examples of responses to bad news. All right. It'll be okay. Just give it some time. This happens to everyone. Sorry to hear that. Okay. All right, but look on the bright side. Okay. It's okay. You can replace it. You can get another one. Cheer up. Tomorrow's another day. All right, now. Okay, this last one. I have to say, tomorrow's another day. This is very cliche. Anna, do you know what I mean when I say something, an expression or a saying is cliche? Do you know what that means?
You're talking to...
Oh, Anna with one N. Sorry. Sorry about that, ladies. Anna with one N. Sorry.
Yes, teacher. Cliché could mean that is a expression topic. I don't know.
Okay. Well, okay. First of all, corny is very good. Thank you, Sasha. Yeah, that's a great word. It's kind of corny. Yeah, that's good. You obviously understand. First of all, cliche. A cliche can be a noun, or the way I said it earlier. Oh, this is very cliche. I use very, the adverb, in cliche. Here's it's an adjective. So this is a kind of strange word. It can be a noun or an adjective. It's corny. It's overused. It's used so much that it's meaningless. It's often very sentimental and overly emotional. Okay, it's so overused and so dripping with sugar and sweetness that it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, okay. Take time to stop and smell the roses. Yeah, whatever, man. Okay. Well, all right. Well, here's a lot of examples. Let's see. Maybe you can't think of any. Maybe you can. Let's take a little trip around the class. See if anybody can think of any more kind of answers. Again, responses to bad news. Something you can say, for example, if somebody lost their phone or some such thing happened. All right, Vincenzo, can you think of any other expression?
Come on. Don't take it so seriously. Something like this. Come on. It's not good. Come on. Don't take it so seriously. Yes.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I can think of some other expression with others. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We'll think about more as we go along here. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll think of a bunch of them actually today. All right. I like this. Notice the way I wrote "come on." I wrote the reduced pronunciation version of "come on." Come on. Don't get so serious. Okay. Because that's the way we normally say it, actually, and this is yes, this is very good. Good example. All right, now, in a way, okay, Vincenzo, in a way, you're kind of chastising the person. Do you know what that means? To chastise?
Chastise. This is a way when you give the fault to the people of something.
That's right. That's it.
Yes.
You're scolding them a little bit, but moderately or softly, minorly scolding.
It could be. It's a kind of critic, no?
Yeah, criticizing them. That's right.
Criticize, yes.
To criticize in a mild way. Oh, you really shouldn't do that. That's not good.
But I wanted to calm the people in this way, not to criticize. Yeah, yes.
Right. But
yes.
This is a very soft criticism, and that it's okay. Yeah. It's a very good example, actually. I just want to point out the verb to chastise and to add to your vocabulary, and also to say that that is actually very normal. Sometimes the person may be overreacting.
Okay.
Bad news or complaining, maybe over complaining. People do that, So it would be very normal to chastise them a little bit. So actually, all right, very good. Let me move on to Anna with two N's. Anna, can you think of any other?
Yes, I can. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to ask you: is it appropriate only to a minor problems or?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the major problems in a little while.
My version would be I've heard it in the movies. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. You got a little. All right, That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, okay. That's great. Definitely idiomatic. Mm-hmm. Good one. Okay. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's another way of saying, well, that's the way it goes. If you're French, you might say "c'est la vie," you know. That's life. That's the way it goes. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. A little bit cliche, maybe, perhaps, but you're right. It is actually fairly common.
It could be also a kind of criticism, no?
Kind of.
Criticism. Yes, because you are taking that's good, a bad thing in a very easy way, but the person could be not agree with you, in this way, because this is very shocked about something you are saying that is not important. No?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that idea, and let's put another verb on there. You've got to be careful not to patronize, is what Vincenzo's talking about here. You patronize somebody, well, you kind of talk down to them as if they're beneath you, as if they're a small child. And you have to be careful not to patronize somebody when they're talking about something that upsets them. You have to be careful not to patronize them. Or when somebody's complaining. Responding to bad news or to complaints is very similar. It's really similar. You have to be careful about chastising them, being cliche, and having it come out like you don't care because you say something so meaningless and cliche.
Yes.
Be careful not to criticize. To chastise somebody like your best friend or your sister, that's fairly normal, actually. You certainly don't want to patronize. There's a balance, is what we're getting to here. Okay, Sasha, can you think of any other responses again to a minor problem? Well, relatively minor, like a lost phone or you missed the bus, something like that.
Only one came to mind. Don't worry, buck up, like cheer up.
Oh, buck up. Okay.
Buck up, yeah.
Okay.
I know another one, but I don't know. Should I say not? It's quite rude. Like be a man, but with rude. Like starts with S and up. Maybe you know it.
Cheer up.
Cheer up. Buck up. Buck up. Buck up is pretty old. I'm surprised you know that one, Sasha. That's like 1950s. Buck up, soldier.
I watch many movies. So
yeah, I guess you do. Come on, little buckaroo. Cheer up. Okay. Okay.
Come on, dude.
Come on, dude. All right. Well, that's sure. Very direct. Buck up. Cheer up. Are you, Sasha? Were you playing around with "suck it up" like that?
No. A instead of U. And without.
Okay.
But we're learning. But why not?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. Well. I'm not sure.
I could be the reaction this way, teacher. It's very rude or not?
Okay, let's talk about that. Don't worry, buck up, cheer up. Sometimes we even say chin up or put your chin up. Hold your chin up might be better. Sometimes we just say chin up, but that's a shortened version of hold your chin up. These are all meant as encouragement. Yeah. Definitely encourage. Suck it up is a lot closer to be chastising. Don't take it so seriously, except it's even suck it up. Come on, be a man. Man up. Okay, here's another one.
It's a criticize or something.
Yeah, man up. Stop crying. Man up. All right, now here you're.
Head up.
Okay, I get it now. I get it where Sasha was headed. All right. Well, that's like saying to say that same thing more politely, Sasha. You'd say "man up." Now this is very common, and recently, I think quite popular. You need to man up. I've definitely heard women saying this to other women, men saying this to women. This has nothing to do with gender at all. You need to man up and talk to the boss, even though you're talking to a woman. It's very, very common, actually. Now, of course, be strong is the idea. That's it. Be strong. All right. Get your act together. Again, here you're being kind of chastising. You're being critical.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be very careful who you're saying this to. Your best friend or something. You know, don't be such a wuss. Oh yeah. Very good, Anna, with 2 N's there.
Thank you. I watch lots of movies too.
Yeah. This is like my generation. Yeah, the newer generation says man up. This is like from when I was young, teenage. Don't be such a wuss. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
What
All
is
right.
wuss?
Well, what is it? It's a very polite way to say something very impolite. Wuss comes from puss, comes from, okay, that's as far as I can go.
This is.
It has to do with a woman's sexual parts that a man doesn't have, okay? You got me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's basically it. All right, well, this is actually developing into a very interesting conversation. Sam, do you know any other ways to try to cheer someone up who's giving a response to bad news that is not that bad? You missed the bus or you didn't get promoted, maybe, something like that.
Okay.
Can you think of any?
Normally yes. Normally I say that, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and oh no, for example, something you lost or crash your data, for example.
Yeah.
That I say, oh no, that stinks. And
that stinks. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, this is worth looking at. That stinks. Okay. Acting alarmed. Oh, that stinks. That sucks. Or what a bummer. Is very common. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, bummer, dude. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yes, you're right. This is a very common and normal reaction. We just use kind of a short expletive phrase. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that stinks. Oh, my goodness. What a bummer. What a drag. Okay, there's several that might fall into this kind of a category. Yeah, all right. That is a reasonable and very normal reaction to hearing bad news. Okay. Yeah, don't blow things out of proportion. Yeah, that's very close to what Vincenzo said. All right, okay, don't blow it out of proportion. All right. Maybe some of you might know this expression. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Again, this is being a little chastising. Okay, this is definitely chastising. This is a little harsh. You're basically telling the person that their problem is not really important. Yeah, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. All right. Yeah, this may be out of bounds. This may be going past chastising, and you might be right into critical. Yeah, that's kind of harsh, honestly. Oh, really? An elephant out of a fly. That's good. All right. That's a good one. Okay. All right. Everybody seems to have a contribution, so I'll include Mustafa. You gotta. Do you have any others you might use or you might say?
Actually, you feed me. You have feed me with the new expressions. So I don't know. Like, it must have been awful. This is like glitchy, as you said. Or sorry to hear that. Or just one of those days. Don't take it seriously. Just the easy one. I know the basic. The easy
right. Sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. Don't take it so. Oh, did you say this, or did I just think it? Don't take it so hard.
You just think it.
I did.
Very
okay.
Frustrating.
You reminded me.
It's very frustrating to you, but you overcome this.
Yeah, something like somebody didn't get a promotion. It's very common to say, "Don't take it so hard." You shouldn't take it so hard. Okay.
No.
Maybe. Don't take it personally is another one, but yeah, that one has.
Ribassa, aspetta.
Don't take it personally is another one. I don't know. That's got to be careful about saying don't take it personally. Sometimes that can sound really mean, especially if you're the one that did something. Okay.
And also take it easy. I don't think we have mentioned.
Take it easy? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. Sure. Take it easy. Now, okay, Mustafa, take it easy. Now, this would be if you would use this one if somebody was actually like freaking out, you know, like they're crying and screaming or something. Whoa, take it easy. Calm down. All right. More like you need to manage their emotional state first. Okay. This other one here, don't take it personally. For example, you're the boss and you're telling the employee somebody else got the promotion. You did not. Please don't take it personally. Okay. You got to be careful using that one. That's, okay. Anna, with one N, do you have any others that possibly?
No, teacher. To be honest, I didn't know many sentences to comfort people. No.
Okay. All right. Well, now you do. Okay. Now it all depends on how well you know the person and how big the problem is. Whether you're going to be comforting, or cliche, or chastising, or patronizing, or downright critical, or whatever. It all kind of depends on what the situation is. Where are my situations? I lost them. I have them here somewhere. Okay. Okay, well, all right. Well, let's actually, since we're having fun brainstorming here, let's brainstorm some more. If the situation is more serious, a death, a divorce, we have to be a lot more careful, more circumspect in what we say. You guys know that word, circumspect? You have to actually think around and about what you say before you say it. All right. The situation's delicate, so you have to be circumspect about it. Really think about what you're saying. Okay. I'm very sorry for your loss. All right. Well, particularly when somebody dies, this is very common. I'm sorry, this must be a very difficult time for you. For me, this would something like a divorce or being fired, something like that. Okay, I don't have a lot of examples. With some really bad news, really, if you notice when we talked about small problems, there's a lot of things to say, and there's a lot of different sort of approaches to responding. With a really, really big loss, that gets a lot more difficult. Okay. Do you have any suggestions, Anna? I'll go back to you since you had to go
Yes.
last
Yes,
time.
teacher. For example, awful.
Okay. All right.
I can see why you are upset.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you're good at this. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now that's very good. Thank you, Anna. Now here's the element. You're trying to put the element of sympathy, or even better, if you can, empathy, but definitely at least sympathy into what you're saying. And that's exactly what Anna's doing by using "I can see why you're so upset." Yeah, all right. All right, that's it. The idea is you certainly want to avoid being critical or cliche or anything else. It's much more important now with kind of more serious type news. Vincenzo, are you there? Vincenzo, are you there? Okay, we can come back to Vincenzo. Anna, with two N's, do you have any ideas about something you might say with a much more serious problem or bad news?
Well, I could try something like there are no words for this.
That's deep.
And
okay. Okay, I have no words, or there are no words. All right. Okay, Anna, if I could help you out, I have no words for this. All right.
I'm here if you need me.
Oh, that's good too. For this, I have no words to express. I don't know how I feel, or okay. I have no words to express. Maybe just that. What was the other thing you said? It was good.
I'm here if you need me, or anything.
Okay. Okay, and this is important too. All right. This is very important to express the idea that you're going to be there for the person if there's anything that you can do. Ah, well, there's one other one. All right. All right. Okay, very good. All right, to express the idea that you'll be there in the future for the person. All right. Sasha, do you have any other expressions or anything else that you can say?
Yeah, about loss, polite way. I'm sorry your father passed away.
Okay. For some reason, okay, well, let me just write what you wrote, and then I'll talk about it in a minute. For example, just so you know, Sasha, we tend to say, instead of "I'm sorry your father passed away," I don't know why we do this, but we do. "I'm sorry to hear your father passed away." I'm not sure why, but we don't usually directly say, "I'm sorry this person's dead." we always make it more indirect. I'm sorry to hear your father passed away. I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Something like that. We rarely, and really never say it directly. We don't say, I'm sorry your dad's dead, dude. We just don't do that.
Kicked in. Sorry, he kicked in.
Yeah, sorry your dad kicked the bucket, man. Here, have a drink. Yeah, well, okay. I guess if you were really good friends with somebody, you might say that, but of course that would be very rare. All right. Sam, can you think of any other maybe common expressions or anything that you might be able to say in such a time of really bad news?
Okay, really bad news. For example, serious. How we say that? Maybe accident or something like that.
Could be.
So I think, yeah. I think you can say that. Wow, that have been awful. That must have been awful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, definitely the sympathy card here. That must have been awful. All right. Often that must have been awful for you. Something like that. Okay. Absolutely. Again, playing on the whole sympathy thing. Okay. Nader has joined us. Nader, do you have any expressions or sentences? What would you say for a serious situation like a horrible accident, somebody's house burned down, divorce, something very serious, bad news? Okay. A divorce, a woman to a woman. Don't worry, they're all mean. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, okay. In the case of divorce, yeah, okay. You're absolutely right. It's through many ways it's common to bash the opposite sex in every and any way possible. Okay, you're right. That is absolutely true. Okay. All right. And finally, we see condolences. Okay, and here's the formal way to say it, exactly how Nader put it in the chat box over here. This is something really you need to commit to memory, because this is really 100% always correct to say in the case of a death to somebody, whatever, a colleague you have, a friend, a relative, doesn't matter. Okay. And in fact, please accept my condolences on your loss, or even really briefly, if you don't know the person well, all right? If you do know the person well, you should say the whole thing, okay? But if you don't know the person well, it's, I don't know, a coworker you have no idea, or for example, if I have a student and I start, let's talk about our relationship to our fathers, and one of you guys, a student, says, oh, my father died last year. I don't really know you that well. Well, some of you do, and some of I don't. But I would probably just say, oh, my condolences. Sorry to hear that. All right, I'd use kind of a little bit of a less formal, shortened version. And yeah, it's fairly common. Okay, Mustafa, you're stuck in the hole here. Everybody's gone already.
Yeah,
Do you have anything?
I wrote my phrase already. And it was we all share your sorrow on this sad day. I'm sorry to hear about the death in your family. I share your sorrow. And also there is another one, like I put it right now.
Okay, Share your sorrow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's
And
pretty deep.
there is no need to sorrow over. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that one you'd have to be close. That one you'd have to know. He will come back. You have to be close. You have to be sorry. You have to be careful who you're talking to, Mustafa, because frankly, some people do not believe in reincarnation. Some people, if Tom comes back, then that means he's an evil devil spirit, and nobody wants that.
You can also say, teacher, I'm so sorry about that.
Sure. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think we have that. Yes. Sorry is very common. I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm sorry this must be very difficult, a very difficult time for you. This is a good one. Okay. Somebody, I think, Anna. I'm here if you need me for anything.
I put another one, teacher.
Here's another. Okay. Hang on. All right. Very commonly we say, if there's anything I can do, just short form. Very close to what Anna said earlier. If there's anything I can do, with intonation and expression. Mustafa, what was the other?
I don't know. Like I said, there is no need to sorrow over Tom. He will come back.
Well, not sorrow over. You can. You wouldn't say sorrow over. Feel sorry. Okay. Well, maybe. But the thing is, he will come back. What I was saying, Mustafa, that's what I was reacting to. I would never say that. Okay. Because there's.
I just wanted to make sure it's correct.
Well, grammatically, yeah. I would say there's no need to feel sorrow over Tom instead of just sorrow over. Okay. And but I'd be very careful about adding "he will come back," because now you're getting into religion, and the last thing you want to do is mess with someone's religion when they're feeling really, really bad anyway. Okay. Nader has added, I've been through this before and I know how it feels. Okay, now you're talking about the difference between sympathy and empathy. What are the difference between sympathy and empathy? Can anybody tell me? What's the difference between these two things?
Sympathy, if you like someone, for instance, and empathy, that you like kind of share your sorrow, if I can say.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty close. To be more direct and give a direct example, I can feel sympathy for you if you lose your father. I can show empathy for you if you lose your father, and I also lost my father around the same age. I can be empathetic because I know, I really do know how you feel because I've experienced it. That's it exactly, you know from your experience. Anna, be careful who you're saying rest in peace to. Anna with two N's.
I wasn't sure about it.
Okay, because really you're saying this to the dead person.
Yes, in the tomb.
Well, I guess I have to add something like may he rest in peace.
There you go. Okay, yes. Right. Just rest in peace, you'd be saying that to the actual dead person, like maybe as you visit the casket or you visit the tomb or whatever. Okay. All right. May he, she, rest in peace. Okay. May she rest in peace. Okay. Now, that's actually very interesting, Anna, and I'm glad you actually shared that because I want to be very careful how I present this. We often, you know, okay, our imaginary dead guy, Tom, okay. Tom was a prince. Okay, we'll say something flattering or nice about the guy. Tom was a prince. May he rest in peace. We often precede this statement by saying some compliment about him. This is usually how this gets used. For example, you know, at a funeral or at a wake or something like that. Okay. Let's practice. We get a few minutes. Why not? Okay. Here's the situation. All right. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up here, mix up the order a little. Sam, why don't you try going first this time? Sam, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. Your friend.
Mm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you can. You can read it. I'm sure I can read it. You can try it.
Okay. Your friend says that she is very sad because her boyfriend said he went crazy and is now in the mental hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Okay, what would you say?
I said that I'm so sorry to hear that, and it must be really very hard for you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Seriously, you know what I would say? Oh my God, you're joking, right? You've got to be kidding me. No way. That maybe I'm uncouth. Perhaps I'm rude. I don't know. It is possible.
But it's not a friend. Yeah, because she's my friend. So of course I have to more sympathize, and
Okay.
yes, yeah. So I don't think
Well,
so. I will.
okay. Sam, also keep in mind that I'm a male. I'm definitely of the male persuasion. Sometimes men have problems
Okay.
expressing sympathy. I actually, in this case, I really sincerely, honestly do think I would say, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. I would actually, before I expressed my sympathy, I'm embarrassed to say so, but I would probably express my utter shock and disbelief, first of all. I think I would. If I'm going to be honest about it. Nader, what would you say in such a situation as this? Such a crazy situation. You're lucky you didn't get married, okay? Nader, as you may also notice, is also a male. Okay. This is kind of interesting. All right. I'm going to switch around and go backwards in every direction here. Sasha, what would you say in this situation?
I'd say I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you will get over it.
I hope he will get over it.
Oh,
Or
you.
you will get over it.
You.
Okay. Okay, hope you will get over it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Would you bother saying, "Oh, don't worry, there's plenty of fish in the sea"? That would be really kind of rude. Okay. Anna, with two N's, what would you say in this situation here?
Well, that's kind of funny, so I can't think of something serious. Well, so you should prepare yourself to like flying over the cuckoo's nest.
Okay. Yeah, it depends what you think about the boyfriend too, doesn't it? To some degree. I mean,
Sure.
if you hated the boyfriend, then you might react one way. If you're close to the boyfriend as well, then you'd react a completely different way, wouldn't you? I mean, I think I would.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah, so it kind of depends. Vincenzo, what would you say in this situation? Your friend's boyfriend went crazy. Oh, I lost him again. All right.
Oh, sorry. I know.
Anna?
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself? Okay. What do you mean, brace yourself? Like, man up. All right. You're gonna have to deal with
exactly. Exactly.
it. Okay. You know what? You have to deal with this. That's all. You just got to deal with it. Okay. I think actually that's quite reasonable. I think. Yeah. It's just my opinion. All right. Anna, with one N, what would you say?
For example, I'm surprised to hear that. I know how you feel.
Okay, you do. Okay. Be careful about saying that because then they may. Why did this happen to you? She may ask you. Why? Oh, okay. How do you know how I feel? I'll say you got to be careful about telling people you know how they feel, because if it didn't really happen to you, they could get mad at you. Actually, this happens. Some people react that way.
Yes, but I could say I know how you feel in this situation.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying be careful of that. I don't know.
Yes.
Some people go, no, you don't. You could never know how I feel. Don't say that.
But it's a serious problem.
Yeah.
You show sympathetic with your friend about the problem.
Yeah. Right, but again, it's the difference between sympathy and empathy. If you say I know how you feel, then you better be ready to tell a story about how you went through exactly the same thing, because you're expressing empathy, not sympathy. And there is a difference, and people will call you on it. At least English speakers will. They will say, how can you know? What happened to you? They will ask you to tell them the story. Because, yeah, okay. Sasha would say, I told you he was nuts. Yeah. Mustafa, what would you say?
I would say sarcastically, or I'll be rude. Good for you that God has its own wisdom.
Okay. Well, thank goodness. That guy was a nut job. All right. Having little or no sympathy. All right. I noticed a trend here. I hate to say it, guys, but there was a trend here. Female, male. Female's a lot more sympathetic. Okay. Well, that's the topic for another day. I'm out of time, so thanks a lot. See you guys again real soon.